Thank you for returning to this amazing story. Lily and Caitlin, two young women with dreams as big as the city they longed to call home, embarked on a journey that would change their lives forever. Bound by a bond of friendship and a shared passion for their respective fields, they left the familiar comforts of their hometown to pursue their aspirations at Ryerson University in Toronto. So let's dive into part 3 of Lily Seeks Acceptance, a Summer to Remember. Lily's heart pounded with excitement as she pulled up to the driveway of her childhood home. Her graduation gown billowed around her legs, and the cap on her head felt a little heavy after hours of tossing it in the air. She couldn't wait to share her accomplishment with her family. As she stepped inside, her mother, Sarah, greeted her with a warm hug. "Congratulations, sweetie," Sarah said, her eyes brimming with tears. "You did it." "Thanks, Mom," Lily replied, returning the hug. "Of course," Sarah said. "We are so proud of you." After a few moments, Sarah broke away from the hug and said, "I have a surprise for you. We are going to your grandparents' house on Sunday." Lily's eyebrows raised. "Why?" "Because they have a special gift for you," Sarah replied. "And Caitlin's invited too." Lily's heart skipped a beat. She had been dating Caitlin for quite a while now, and she was hoping that her grandparents would accept her. On Sunday, Lily, Caitlin, and Sarah arrived at Lily's grandparents' house. Bruce and Margaret greeted them with open arms. "Congratulations, Lily," Bruce said, giving her a hug. "We are so proud of you." "Thank you," Lily replied. "We have a special gift for you," Margaret said, leading them into the garage. As they walked into the garage, Lily's eyes widened. Sitting there in the center of the garage was a brand new white sports car. "This is for you," Margaret said, smiling. Lily could not believe her eyes. She had always dreamed of having a car like that. "Thank you," Lily said, her voice trembling. "I love it." Lily spent the rest of the day driving her new car around town with Caitlin. They had a blast. In the evening, Lily's grandparents held a family graduation party in their backyard. The air was filled with the smell of grilling burgers and the sound of laughter. As the sun began to set, Lily and Caitlin danced to slow music under the twinkling lights. The next morning, Lily woke up early and got ready to go and pick Caitlin up so they could head to the lake for the day. They packed a cooler full of food and drinks, grabbed some towels and sunscreen, and hopped into Lily's new car. The drive to the lake was short and sweet. Lily enjoyed cruising along the open road with the top down, feeling the warm sun on her face and the wind in her hair. Caitlin sat beside her, smiling contently. When they arrived at the lake, they found a secluded spot and set up a blanket on the grass. They spread out their towels and sunbathed for a while, listening to the sound of the waves slapping against the shore. After a while, they decided to go for a swim. As they walked into the water, they felt the cool, refreshing temperature envelop them. They swam out into the lake, enjoying the feeling of the water around them. Lily looked up at the sky, which was a clear blue. Caitlin splashed water on her. They both laughed. They swam for a while, exploring the lake. They talked about their lives, their dreams, and their hopes for the future. They laughed and joked, and they were simply just enjoying being together. After a while, they decided to swim back to shore. As they swam, they could see people walking along the shoreline in the distance. They felt a sense of peace and tranquility as they swam through the calm water. When they reached the shore, they dried off and sat on the blanket. They looked out at the lake and took in the beautiful scenery. The water was sparkling in the sunlight, and the trees were a lush green. They felt grateful for the opportunity to spend the day at such a beautiful place. It was time to have a picnic lunch. They sat on the blanket and ate sandwiches, chips, and fruit salad. After lunch, they took a leisurely stroll along the park path around the lake. As they walked, they held hands. Lily's eyes sparkled with excitement as she shared her vision for her future career, her voice filled with anticipation and determination. She spoke of her passion for her chosen field, her plans to be a transgender social worker, and her aspirations to make a meaningful impact on the world. Caitlin listened attentively, her face reflecting a mix of admiration and pride. She expressed her unwavering support for Lily's goals, offering words of encouragement and reassurance. As they continued their walk, Lily shared stories of her childhood, her academic achievements, and the challenges she had overcome along the way. Caitlin was impressed by Lily's resilience and her unwavering spirit, and she was eager to see her succeed. As the sun began to set, Lily and Caitlin packed up their things and headed back to the car. They drove home slowly, enjoying the last few moments of their day together. When they got home, they showered and changed into comfortable clothes. They made dinner together and watched a movie. As they lay on the bed that night, Lily could not help but feel grateful for her life. The next day, Lily and Caitlin continued their relaxing week by going for a hike in the nearby mountains. They packed backpacks with snacks and water and set off on a trail that led to a beautiful overlook. As they hiked, they enjoyed the fresh air and the stunning scenery. When they reached the overlook, they took a break and enjoyed the panoramic view of the valley below. After their hike, they went for a swim in a nearby lake. The water was colder than the lake they had visited the day before, but it was still refreshing. They swam for a while and then dried off and had a picnic lunch. In the afternoon, they went to a local farmer's market. They bought fresh fruits and vegetables, and they also picked up a few souvenirs. As they walked around the market, they enjoyed the lively atmosphere and the delicious smells. When they got home, they cooked a delicious dinner using the ingredients they had bought at the farmer's market. They sat down to eat and talked about their week. Lily and Caitlin were both happy and relaxed, and they were looking forward to the weekend ahead. Lily and Caitlin decided that night to break the routine and have a memorable experience before continuing the serious job search. They made a spontaneous plan. They headed to an under-18 nightclub, a place where they could let off some steam and create some cherished memories before facing the real world. It was a night meant to celebrate their independence. After a week of searching, Lily finally landed a part-time job at the social services office as an office helper. She was excited to be working in a field that she was passionate about, and she was eager to learn more about the organization and the work that they did. Caitlin, on the other hand, had found a part-time job in a ladies' clothing store. She loved fashion, and she was excited to be working in a fun and fast-paced environment. Both Lily and Caitlin were busy with their new jobs, but they still made time to see each other. They would often meet for dinner after work, or they would go for a walk in the park and go to the lake on the weekends. They always made time for each other. Lily was enjoying her job at the social services office. She was learning new skills, and she was meeting interesting people. She was also feeling a sense of satisfaction knowing that she was helping to make a difference in the lives of others. Caitlin was also enjoying her job at the clothing store. She loved helping customers find the perfect outfit, and she was always excited to see the new arrivals. She was also learning a lot about the fashion industry. One evening, after work, Lily and Caitlin went for a walk in the park. As they walked, they talked about their jobs and their lives. Lily told Caitlin about a challenging case at the social services office. She was very concerned about a client's future. He was a young boy who was going through a gender identity crisis. Caitlin listened attentively, offering words of encouragement and support. She shared her own experiences with difficult situations and how she had overcome them. Caitlin, in turn, told Lily about a customer she had helped that day. The customer had been going through a difficult time, and she had been feeling down. Caitlin had listened to the customer and had offered her words of encouragement. She had also helped the customer find an outfit that made her feel good about herself. The customer had left the store feeling better, and Caitlin had felt a sense of satisfaction knowing that she had made a difference in someone's life. As they walked through the park, Lily and Caitlin felt a sense of gratitude for their lives. They were both happy and fulfilled, and they were excited about the future. They knew that they had a lot of challenges ahead of them, but they were confident that they could overcome them together. Lily and Caitlin continued to work hard and to support each other. They were both determined to succeed in their careers, and they were also committed to building a strong and loving relationship. They were excited to see what the future would hold. Lily was overjoyed when she was offered a permanent full-time position as an office secretary at the social services office. The job offered stability, a competitive salary, and the opportunity to continue working in a field she was passionate about. However, as she considered the offer, a spark of doubt ignited within her. Her dream had always been to become a social worker, specializing in helping transgender individuals. The thought of pursuing a university degree to achieve this goal had been a constant presence in her mind. Accepting the full-time position would mean delaying her academic aspirations, potentially for years. Torn between the immediate security of the job offer and the long-term fulfillment of her dream, Lily decided to confide in Caitlin. She shared her mixed emotions, her fears of making the wrong decision, and her desire to pursue a career that would allow her to make a more significant impact on the lives of transgender individuals. Caitlin, ever supportive, listened attentively to Lily's concerns. She reminded Lily of her intelligence, her determination, and her unwavering commitment to her goals. Caitlin encouraged her to prioritize her long-term happiness and fulfillment, reminding her that a fulfilling career would bring her greater joy and satisfaction in the long run. With Caitlin's support, Lily decided to decline the full-time position. She knew it was a difficult decision, but she believed it was the right one for her future. She was determined to pursue her dream of becoming a social worker, and she was confident that her hard work and dedication would eventually pay off. Lily's decision to decline the full-time job was a significant milestone in her journey. It marked a turning point in her life, a moment when she chose to prioritize her long-term goals over short-term gains. With Caitlin's unwavering support, Lily was ready to embark on the next chapter of her life. Lily's heart pounded in her chest as she walked up to her boss's office. She had been dreading this moment for days, but she knew she had to be brave. She took a deep breath and then knocked on the door. "Come in," her boss said. Lily opened the door and stepped inside. "Can I talk to you for a minute?" she asked. Her boss nodded. "Of course, what is up?" Lily hesitated for a moment, then took a deep breath. "It is about the full-time position. I have to decline." Her boss's eyebrows raised. "Why?" Lily took another deep breath. "I've been thinking about it a lot, and I have decided that I want to pursue my dream of becoming a social worker, specializing in helping transgender individuals." Her boss looked surprised. "That is a big decision." "I know," Lily said, "but it is the right one for me." Her boss nodded. "I understand. I wish you all the best." Lily thanked her boss and left the office. As she walked back to her desk, she could not help but feel a sense of relief. She had made the right decision. When Lily told Caitlin about her decision, Caitlin was thrilled. She was so proud of Lily for following her heart. "You are going to be an amazing social worker," Caitlin said. "I cannot wait to see what you accomplish." Lily smiled. "Thank you," she said. "I am excited." The search for the perfect university in North America that offered both fashion design and social work programs was a challenging one. Lily and Caitlin spent countless hours researching different schools, reading reviews, and comparing curriculums. After much deliberation, they narrowed down their options to look at a couple of universities. Number 1, Parsons School of Design in New York City. This school offers a unique programs in fashion design and social work. Number 2, Ryerson University in Toronto. This university also offers a variety of programs in both fashion design and social work. Ultimately, Lily and Caitlin decided to apply to both Parsons and Ryerson. They were excited about the prospect of attending either school, and they were confident that they would be successful in their studies. As they waited for their admissions decisions, Lily and Caitlin continued to work hard and to support each other. They were both determined to achieve their goals, and they were excited about the bright future that awaited them. Lily and Caitlin were eagerly awaiting their admissions decisions from Parsons and Ryerson. They had both applied to their programs, hoping to attend the same university and continue their life journey together. After what felt like an eternity, the long-awaited letters arrived. Lily and Caitlin tore open their envelopes with trembling hands, their hearts pounding in their chests. To their delight, both Lily and Caitlin were accepted to Ryerson University. They were overjoyed to be attending the same school, and they could not wait to start their new adventure together. As they prepared to move to Toronto, Lily and Caitlin were filled with excitement and anticipation. They were eager to meet new people, explore the city, and immerse themselves in the university experience. They knew that attending Ryerson together would be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and they were determined to make the most of it. As they discussed their plans for the upcoming year, Lily and Caitlin shared their hopes and dreams for their time at Ryerson. Lily expressed her excitement about studying social work and making a positive impact on the lives of transgender individuals. Caitlin, on the other hand, was eager to explore her passion for fashion design and learn from the talented faculty at Ryerson. Lily and Caitlin decided that applying for a dorm room on campus would be a more affordable option than renting an apartment. They knew that living on campus would also provide them with a great opportunity to meet new people and get involved in the university community. They submitted their applications for a dorm room and eagerly awaited their assignments. When the dorm assignments finally arrived, Lily and Caitlin were thrilled to discover that they had been assigned to the same residence hall and even the same room. They were excited to have a roommate who was already a good friend and to share the experience of living on campus together. Lily and Caitlin were both excited and nervous about the upcoming move to Toronto. They had resigned from their part-time jobs and had begun the process of packing up their belongings. The drive from Charlotte to Toronto was a long one, spanning over 1,100 miles and taking approximately 12 hours of driving time. It was a journey that would take them through diverse landscapes and bustling cities. Lily and Caitlin were prepared for the long drive, with plenty of snacks, drinks, and entertainment. They were also looking forward to the opportunity to bond over the shared experience of the road trip. As they set off on their journey, Lily and Caitlin were filled with a mix of excitement and anticipation. They had packed their car with everything they needed for the trip, including clothes, toiletries, and a cooler filled with snacks and drinks. They had also downloaded a variety of movies, TV shows, and music to keep them entertained during the long drive. As they drove through the different states, Lily and Caitlin were amazed by the diversity of the landscapes. They passed through lush forests, rolling hills, and bustling cities. They stopped at roadside attractions, visited historic sites, and enjoyed the local cuisine. Along the way, Lily and Caitlin took turns driving and navigating. They talked about their hopes and dreams for the future, shared stories from their past, and laughed together. They also listened to music, watched movies, and played games. As the day turned into night, Lily and Caitlin found themselves growing closer and closer. They shared their fears and insecurities, their hopes and dreams. They supported each other through the challenges of the long drive, and they celebrated their victories together. Lily and Caitlin found themselves weary after a grueling 10-hour drive. The sun was beginning its descent, casting long shadows across the Pennsylvania countryside. They decided to call it a night in the charming town of Erie. As they pulled into the quaint motel, a sense of relief washed over them. The motel's warm, inviting lights beckoned them inside. As they crossed the border into Canada, Lily and Caitlin were greeted by a friendly border guard. They presented their passports and answered a few questions about their trip, such as where they were coming from, where they were going, and what they were bringing with them. After a brief inspection of their belongings, they were allowed to enter Canada. Once in Canada, the drive took on a different feel. As they drove, the landscape had transformed from rural Pennsylvania to the bustling urban sprawl of Ontario. As they get closer, a symbol of Toronto loomed large in the distance, marking the end of their incredible adventure. Lily and Caitlin were both excited and nervous about arriving in a new city. They had no idea what to expect, but they were both eager to start their new adventure. They spent the last few hours of the drive discussing their plans for the upcoming year. Lily was excited to start her social work program and make a positive impact on the lives of transgender individuals. Caitlin, on the other hand, was eager to explore her passion for fashion design and learn from the talented faculty at Ryerson University. Finally, after driving for a day and a half, they pulled into the parking lot of their residence hall. As they got out of the car and looked around, they were amazed by the bustling energy of the city. They couldn't wait to explore Toronto and make it their new home. Lily and Caitlin unloaded their belongings from the car and carried them up to their new dorm room. The room was smaller than they had expected, but it was clean and cozy. They unpacked their suitcases and started to make the room their own. They hung up their clothes, made their beds, and decorated the walls with posters and photos. They also set up a small study area with a desk and chair. Once the room was settled, Lily and Caitlin took a moment to relax and admire their new home. They were both excited to be living on campus and to start their new adventure together. As the sun began to set, Lily and Caitlin decided to go for a walk around the campus. They wanted to explore their new surroundings and get a feel for the university atmosphere. As they walked, they passed by students socializing with friends, looked at the sports field. The campus was not as busy as they thought it would be, but Lily and Caitlin were excited to be a part of it. After their walk, Lily and Caitlin went back to their dorm room to relax. They made dinner together and watched a movie. As they lay in bed that night, they were both filled with a sense of anticipation and excitement. They knew that their time at Ryerson University was going to be an amazing adventure. Lily and Caitlin's journey at Ryerson University was just beginning. They were both excited and nervous about the challenges and opportunities that awaited them. However, they were confident that they would overcome any obstacles together. With their shared passion, unwavering support, and a bright future ahead, Lily and Caitlin were ready to embrace the exciting journey that lay ahead. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for part 4 of this amazing love story. Like, subscribe, and comment on this video. See you soon.